The third part of action research method is data analysis plan. Data analysis is oftentimes associated with complex statistical tools. But in action research, this is done in a very personal way as it helps the researcher understand how his action translates to the desired outcome. After gathering data from the sources, the next step is to analyze them and formulate a conclusion. Unlike other types of researches, action research data analysis happens along with data collection. In the process of collecting data through an interview, focus group discussions, reading of students' journals, computing test scores of the respondents, initial analysis takes place. Analyzing the data helps you as a researcher to reflect on what actually happened. This is an initial gauge if in the course of your research data gathering, you are getting the desired evidence of success. If not, you have the chance to revise your data gathering plan. Action research is an iterative process. The data you collect and your analysis of it will affect how you approach the problem and implement your action plan during the next cycle. Formulate a tentative conclusion out of the data you have collected. Though the aim of action research is to affect positively, it might happen that you are misled in the process with the enormous data you collected from different sources. As you continue to gather data, you tend to refine your analysis and draw a new conclusion. As you are analyzing your data collected and generating a conclusion, it is helpful to share your initial findings with your colleagues. This usually aids you in clarifying your process. You may also share your initial findings with your learners who could possibly agree with your conclusion and would give you a feeling of certainty and confidence in the result of your study. On the other hand, if they disagree, that would lead you to reassess and refine your conclusions. You have set in your plan the target date to start and end the research. The question is, how will you know it is time to stop collecting data and generating conclusions? Your indicator is when you reach saturation of responses, most especially in qualitative way of gathering data, and that is when you see the redundancy in the data that you have gathered. A consistent trend of your data analysis is an indication also that you are done, and it is the right time to formulate your final conclusion. You may have formulated your final conclusion and share the result of your study to your colleagues and other stakeholders, but the cycle does not end there. With your findings, you may begin redefining your problem and ask a question again, modify your plan, and start collecting data. This is the action research cycle. The continuous improvement goal moves you to continually looking for areas in your current practice to improve. In the case of teachers who are submitting the research paper for funding or for whatever purposes to the Department of Education, one research problem answered through the cyclical process of action research is enough. If you wish to further improve along that aspect of professional practice, you begin creating another plan.